Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Money Factor here on the Sphere. My name is LaShonda Johnson, certified financial educator, and also the co-founder of the Houston Housewives of Finance. And I am so fired up and excited this morning. Oh my gosh, you guys. I know you guys have been missing this beautiful face, but she is back, and I mean, I could just jump through the ceiling.
Okay, well, let me see.
My partner in crime is back in the house this morning. None other than Miss Toni Sanders.
Hey. Well, thank you, LaShonda. Good morning, everyone. Again, I'm Toni Sanders, also the co-founder of the Houston Housewives of Finance and your licensed financial professional. It is an honor to be back. I'm so excited to be back in Houston, Texas. I've been gone for about a couple of months now, but
yes,
hey.
it seems like forever.
But you know what? Nothing has changed. We're back, and hey, we're still on the mission to educate each and every one of you. And we're looking for that 1 million, 2 million, 3 million people to be educated by the year of 2020, and we'd like for you to be a part of that. So I know we have an incredible show for you. Man, let's get started. What's going on in the news?
Well, first of all, I do want to give big ups to Toni because you guys know our country, in the United States, I shouldn't say country, but there are things happening in the country. But, she was away from us because she was helping to mitigate all the damages that people had from the hurricanes that we were stricken with, all the way from Texas to Louisiana to Florida and Georgia.
Carolina.
Absolutely.
Oh,
so just want to say thank you, Toni, for your
absolutely.
contribution to helping people to rebuild and recover. And so we're Houston strong, but we're also strong in other places too because of people like Toni Sanders and many others who stepped away from their lives momentarily to help to make sure that people were able to get their claims processed and their lives back on track. So thank you so much for that, Toni.
It was definitely an honor and a pleasure. But hey, I want to say this: Go Stros! I stayed up late last night trying to watch this game, and when I looked at the clock, I was like, it's 1 o'clock. I gotta go to bed.
I'm telling you, they had us on pins and needles. Because at one point it was 4-0.
Yes.
And I was like, we don't act like we want to win. Houston needs a win.
Yeah.
We need something here to help us.
But you know what I was thinking about?
Positive.
And I was like, I know Gary, our producer, he can kind of relate to this. It's something about the Texans team, the Houston teams. They do that last minute
thing.
And they keep you on edge all the time. So that's exactly how it was.
If you're listening to us, Astros, please, can you wrap it up, please? Don't take it to the last wire an hour because our nerves cannot handle it.
Cannot take it.
Okay,
right.
So congratulations to them, and we're looking forward to bringing a World Series to Houston, Texas.
Yay,
yes, something positive. Speaking of something positive, we've got a lot of positive things we want to share in the show today, but we want to start off with a little information because this is healthcare season.
Yes.
And so remember to here at the Houston Housewives of Finance, we can assist you with your healthcare needs.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to contact us at 1-844-700-4463 for that. So let's go to CNN, my old
she's
fave.
still on her old fave.
And let's talk about premiums for the popular Obamacare plans soared 37% in 2018.
Wow.
Now that's not such good news, but you
Right.
need to know that because those of you who will be renewing, you need to know what's expected.
It affects
of
a lot
you.
of people. Absolutely.
Yes. And so I like that we still calling Obamacare. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Trump hasn't been able to replace it, even though I know it's kind of like a thorn in his side. Until something better comes, you cannot repeal without a replacement.
Absolutely.
So let's go to CNN and see what it has to say. Okay, so premiums for the benchmark silver Obamacare plan will soar 37% on average for 2018, according to the federal data release on. They released this on Monday.
On Monday. Mm-hmm.
So basically, I can't see that. There we go. There we go. But in a strange twist, policies could actually become more affordable for many people buying on the exchange. That's because the price spike means many enrollees will receive more generous premium subsidies. So that's good news.
Yeah, that's
good news tucked away in the bad news. So they can now afford what's that? Go policies with lower deductibles, lower deductibles. So excuse me, you guys, my contact's a little cloudy this morning. So in the annual landscape report, the Trump administration highlighted many of the negative developments that will plague Obamacare next year. The data covers the more than 36 states that use the federal exchange healthcare.gov. Okay. So there are more articles out there that will talk more specifically about what the increase will be. And unfortunately, it's not a blanket cost.
Right.
Because you have to qualify. And so it depends on your coverage. It depends on how many people are in your family.
Right.
It depends on your income. So, but they're seeing on an average 37% increase.
And that's quite a bit.
That is a bit.
That's quite a bit.
That's a bit.
And this is
And
one thing
so-
that I was following while I was away. And, again, like you said, there's no replacement for it. And I just don't understand, why don't we just, fix what we have? Let's just go and take what we have and build on it.
Yes.
And I think that's where they're really missing the mark. If I could tell Congress anything, I would say we have something and we have a base for it.
We can make it better.
We can make it better.
Yes, so that not to get into politics, but that's where the bipartisan relationship should actually come together.
Absolutely.
Because it would help us as Americans to make sure that
For the people.
For the people.
For the
I mean, that's
people.
what our Congress is supposed to be for, is for the people.
Right.
So we the people, for the people, united by the people, or whatever, the
Absolutely.
preamble used to say, or
Yes.
does it used to say? Are we living like that for real?
Right.
So again, just because someone in the previous office created something that you didn't necessarily like, the responsibility is to tweak it and make it better so that it can fit the needs of everyone.
I
But
like
again,
that.
there's been no replacement, nothing better.
Nothing better.
So that in office now, they're trying to continue to talk about the things that are negative about it,
Right.
but there are still positive
It's some
things
positive
about it.
things about
Yes,
it. Absolutely.
So if you are a participant in Obamacare or healthcare in general, they're making it a rule. We have to have
You
it.
have to have it.
If not, you're penalized on your taxes. Then now you need to go to, which is where we come to our next slide here, with it's healthcare.gov. Okay, because you need to understand what your options are.
Absolutely. And we love options.
Yes, we
Houston
love
Housewives of
presenting
Finance, we love options. Yes, absolutely.
And we do have them. We're fortunate enough that in America we do have them.
Mm-hmm.
In other countries, healthcare is community. It's across the board. It's the same.
Right.
But here you have options, and to find out what those options are, please go to healthcare.gov, which we provided the link for you here. And so we're not going to go deep into the specifics for it, because you have to click on these buttons, those green buttons, and go through the process to figure out what your options are and what you qualify for subsidies.
Absolutely. And if you don't want to do that, you know what? Like she said, Houston Housewives of Finance, we're here to help you. We do have affiliates here that do the healthcare, and they'll be more than willing to help you with your healthcare needs. And I think it's very important because it's a lot of information. And a lot of times people don't understand, even if you're clicking buttons, and if you don't understand the lingo, if you don't understand the dialogue that they're talking about, reach out to us. I'm Toni Sanders, Toni S. at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
And I'm LaShonda J. at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. You can contact us at 1-844-700-4463. And
I've been gone for so long. I'm like, I gotta get back
We
into
do
the swing.
still have a Facebook page.
Oh, that's right. We have the Facebook page. You know what? I know we have social media. We have all our social media outlets, including Instagram, LinkedIn. We have Twitter. We on a meetup group. We have the Houston Housewives of Finance official. If it doesn't say official, it's not us. So look, I kind of forgot for a minute, and I was so happy she said the phone number because I was like, what is the phone number? No, but I'm definitely here. You know how to reach out to us. All you have to do is Google
us.
Google
You'll
us.
find us.
You
You'll
will
find us, and we can help you, and we will help you. So I think we're about that spot in the podcast where we need to talk about our sponsor.
Absolutely.
And we have a good one. You know, it was funny though, on the show that we did last week, it talked about making sure that in being a miser, that you don't forget to take care of your teeth.
Oh yes.
You know, go to the dentist.
That was one of the first things I did.
Yes.
I called my dentist I made an appointment when I got back because I'm like, it's getting to the end of the year.
Yes,
things that
and
you need to
want
take
to make
care of.
sure. So this is perfect timing. If you have a HSA account, which is a health care savings account, don't miss out on your benefits. And you can certainly call Elite Dental Wellness to make sure that you get your grill shining and make sure you don't have no problems. Okay. So at Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel like they are part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness at 713-789-8680. And this is where we go,
Bing.
Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, make sure you guys give them a call. Don't miss out on your benefits. We want to continue.
Right.
So the next thing we want to talk about is some good news. Toni, we need good news.
I need some good news.
We need good news in the
Yes.
US of A. Okay. So 401k contribution limits will rise to 18.5 next year.
That's good.
Yes, and that's important, you guys. You want to know that that's important because it allows you to contribute more towards saving for your future.
Absolutely.
Which is, what we're all about
That's
here.
what
at
we're all
Houston
about.
Housewives of Finance, making sure you have a plan, you work the plan, and if you have a 401k, knowing how much you can contribute.
Absolutely. That's very important.
It didn't used to be limits, and then they started imposing limits because when you have limits, then that affects how much your income is taxed.
Absolutely.
Your after tax dollars are taxed. Well, let's go to the CNN article. Just want to remind you that you can go back to the Spirit TV and see the links that are listed here. If you're listening to us and not watching us. So you'll be allowed to contribute an extra $500.
Don't laugh. It's
something. It's something. I mean, it's something. An extra $500 to your 401k next year. The government will raise the contribution limit to 18.5 from 18,000 in 2018. And it can we make that a little bit bigger? No, that's as big as it gets. Okay, so it reassesses the limit annually. Okay, annually it reassesses the limit. So the government is like, okay, so we'll give y'all a little bit more, but it's not any guarantees that every year that it will increase. Okay, so what does that mean for you? What it means for you is now you can put $500 more away for your savings. If you want to do that, if you're saving,
right? Because
we know only 17% of retirement only 17% comes from 401ks,
right?
So you need to participate in your 401k if you're not. But you also need to understand your 401k.
Absolutely. That's really important, understanding how your 401k works, because you don't want to put money in a place that you don't understand how it works. And I find a lot of people, that's what they do. They put money away and they don't understand the consequences of putting that money in that particular vehicle.
Yes.
So understand it.
We need to let you know, you guys, that that's tax deferred. Tax deferred bucket, which means they're going to pull that money out and save it for, we actually call that forced savings, which means they take it from you before you get it. Because if you get it, you might not save.
Right.
And so it is deferred taxes. So pretty much you're doing a promise to pay. I promise to pay you later, IRS. How much, we don't know.
Right,
We'll see when we get there.
I tell people it's almost like when you go to school and you go to college and we defer those loans. That don't mean you don't have to pay. You still have to pay them.
Absolutely. Does not mean you don't have to pay.
You still have to pay.
So this is where you need to go. You need to go to your employer at open enrollment time, and normally that's in January, to figure out, okay, when can I fill out my paperwork? And then you need to come to us to fill out how to fill out that paperwork and how your contribution should be. And that's us. That's me, LaShonda J at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
And I'm Toni S at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
Okay, so we're about that time in this podcast. Unfortunately, you can't hang out with us on Facebook Live for the whole hour. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But you can go right now, this moment, this second, and go to the Sphere TV and subscribe. We need you to subscribe. When you subscribe, then you can go back and see this show in its entirety. While you're there, we would like for you to do this. Share the show. Okay, you got to share the show, but we want you to write a review. Tell us what you think, how you feel, what you're getting out of this. I'm so excited to see things on Instagram. I just saw something on Instagram where somebody said, we know that the money factor contributes to millennials saving more. That is so warming to our hearts, because that's why we're here. We want to make a difference for you guys with your money. So while you're there, we bring this to you completely complimentary. You can donate. There's two buttons. One, you can donate on a one-time contribution, and you can become a patron that donates all the time. So either one of those buttons, we'd appreciate it. We'd love it if you would help us support our cause. And we also want you to make sure you share the show. I cannot say that enough. Write a review, share the show, and like this. Okay, go ahead and like it and subscribe. Okay, so the show is not ending, but it is ending on Facebook Live. So let's continue, Toni.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're talking about 401ks. Let's look at what is a 401k. You need to understand your 401k, and then what's the place we need to go to understand that, Toni?
Hey, I would go to Saving Your Future book.
Hello. Yes. Episode 79. If you don't have your book, shame on you.
Wow, this is 79?
79 today. 79.
Oh, my goodness.
79. 70.
79. This is incredible. Wow. Incredible. Man, I've come back to so many new changes, and so I'm just so excited. I cannot contain myself.
I hope y'all see our lights.
I'm having a hard time just looking at the lights.
I know, we have lights and stuff.
It's like lights, camera, action.
Check out our leather chairs.
Yes.
You know, man, we have an incredible studio.
Yes.
I love it. You know, big shout out to Gary Lee, our producer.
He's done a
and
phenomenal
his vision.
job. Yes.
I wish you guys can. I don't know if we could one of these days just do a
tour.
A video. You gotta tour this place.
Yes.
I mean, every week we come in here, something spectacular that's happening.
Right.
And so, also on a more somber note, we do want to send a shout outs to our assistant here at the Sphere, Honey. She passed away this weekend. Young spirited person. I mean, I just loved her the moment I met her. And I don't know, Gary, if we can put a screenshot up of her picture. We do want to acknowledge her and say, you guys, life is short. You have got to make sure that you're properly protected. Right. You've got to make sure that you enjoy every moment of life. The things that you want to do, I hope you're doing it. I hope you're pursuing your vision. This beautiful young woman, if you're watching us, you can see her on the screen. I mean, she was just as beautiful in her spirit as she is just in her beauty. And man, we lost her. And I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I can't even. I just found out this morning, and I have no words to say. But I want to send my condolences. We want to send our condolences. Those of us here at the Sphere want to send our condolences out to her family, her friends, anyone that knew her, loved her. And we want to say that our thoughts and prayers are with you guys at this time. So we'll have more information about services in the future. So please follow us here at the Sphere TV. Okay. So let's go back to what a 401k is. Saving Your Future book. This is, I love when Toni says the financial Bible.
Absolutely.
Because it is. It has everything. If it's something you don't understand in elementary terms, because we say, speak to me in English.
Right.
Speak to me and talk to me like you would a kid. That's what this Saving Your Future book does. It's provided through World System Builders. And man, the people that put this together, man, you guys are geniuses, because I wish I would have had this in my hand when I was in my 20s.
Oh my gosh, if I would have had this in my 20s.
Oh my goodness. It would be game over. Drop the mic. I mean, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'll be like in one of my condos internationally somewhere.
Absolutely.
So let's go to the Saving Your Future book and see what it says about 401k. Okay. 401k is essentially a retirement savings account which offers tax advantages. It doesn't have the lifetime payout like pension plans, okay? And then it goes on to talk about 403Bs and 457s. I don't want to necessarily get into those because we're talking about 401ks, but 403s and 457s are also deferred. Deferred. That's the main thing you need to know about this.
That's the main thing.
It's deferred. That means you've deferred paying taxes on this money until later. And so there's rules that go with that, right, Toni?
And consequences as well.
Yes.
So when you defer those taxes and you're not knowing, and it just still surprises me how many people do not understand their 401k.
Yeah.
You're contributing to something that you do not understand. So that's why it's so important for you to get a copy of your Saving Your Future book, because you must understand where you're putting your money.
And how do they get that copy of Toni?
Oh man, you got to reach out to the Houston Housewives of Finance. Again, I'm Toni S. at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
And I'm LaShonda J. at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. You can call us at 1-844-700-4463. You can inbox us on Facebook, which is the Houston Housewives of Finance official.
If it doesn't say official, it's not
us.
You can also reach us on info at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. Just get in contact with us. You need a copy of this book. I'm telling you, it is. I consider it as a financial Bible. Before you make any decisions financially, you want to read this book.
Absolutely.
You want to have a clear understanding exactly where you're putting your money and how it works, because most people do not understand. If we took a poll right now and asked people, do you 100% understand how your 401k works?
No. Only that people just, I also want to say this too, is that your human resources benefits person, they just know how to tell you to enroll.
Right.
Do not expect them to give you investment advice.
Right.
First of all, they're not licensed to do so. They're not trained to do so. They're trained to teach you how to fill out those forms and start your contribution.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. That's it. So it's your responsibility to have a financial person in your pocket on speed dial.
What did you say, your Fab Five?
Your Fab Five. You know, it has to be, one of them has to be a financial professional, so that you can now have the guidance that you need to make the right choices with those contributions.
And I tell you one thing, and that's all about our campaign as well. That's why you want to be a part of the cause, so that you can have someone in your pocket, so you can befriend someone in the financial industry, so that you can learn and be surrounded by people who can help you.
Yes.
Man, that's what I enjoy the most.
Wonderful lead into our workshops. Through our national campaign for financial literacy, like we said early in the show, our goal is to educate 1 million people. You need to be one of those people, okay? And so come out to the workshops that are taking place on Tuesdays at 7 p.m., which is this Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and also Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. What's the address, Toni?
The address is 2500 East TC Jester, Suite 345, Houston, Texas, 77008.
Yes.
And wow, I want to see you in the place. I want to see everybody. You know what, LaShonda? I think more so than I'm very passionate about our workshops more now than ever, because when I was gone away from our city, and I saw the devastation from afar, and I knew that everybody could benefit from what we have if they can only see what we see. But you must come out, you must get a copy of the book in order for you to see it. And you're talking about changing your lives, because I saw so many people who could not help themselves. You want to know why? Because the economics wasn't in place, proper planning wasn't in place, and it all leads back to, you have to get educated so you can understand better. Because life happens, and that's what happened to the city of Houston. That's what happened in Florida. That's what happened in Georgia, South Carolina. I can go on and on and on about
Puerto Rico.
Oh my gosh, and Mexico. And these are all things that happened in a 2-month span since I was gone. And don't even leave out the fires in Santa Rosa.
Yes. The fires.
The fires
oh my
in California, you have to have your finances in place when it comes to planning for the unexpected, because
Yes.
life happens.
Yes, and the challenge that I put out to people is to start creating an emergency fund for 1 year, not 6 months, 1 year.
Yes.
Because man, I've sat with clients that said, "Oh, FEMA only gave me 6,000, 12,000, 13,000, and their home expenses to repair their home is far exceeds that amount." So guess what they got to do? Go into debt.
Wow. I want to come back to that while you said that, because I think that's a good segue to why I want something I want to say. But guess what? This portion of the show is being sponsored by the Sphere.
Yay!
I just love the Sphere.
Our fave.
Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get the product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of delivery platforms, including iTunes and Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as the modern countries across the globe. Our rich content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at 832-772-7789 or send us an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. I tell you one thing, you want to be a part of the Sphere. Let me tell you
Yes.
what. I've been gone for 2 months, and hey, the Sphere is not playing with y'all, all right? Y'all not ready for the Sphere, baby. Y'all are not ready. If you are a podcaster, if you're somebody who wants to get into podcasting, if you know a podcaster, have them get in contact with the Sphere TV.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you something. This is, hey, we're not stopping. We're not stopping. If this is what happens in 2 months, I can't.
Oh my gosh!
can't
Imagine what's
even
going to happen in the next
imagine.
6 months.
Hey.
Can you say about to blow?
Yeah, so you want to be a part of the Sphere TV.
Wonderful,
Yes,
wonderful.
absolutely.
It is
love the
awesome.
Sphere.
I absolutely love it. Incredible things happening here, and you've got to be a part.
Absolutely.
So now going back to the conversation about
Yes, because
emergency funds.
I think people need an emergency fund. Number one, let's talk about, because you touched on FEMA, and for me, it was very heartbreaking to hear people understand that they didn't even understand their policies, that they didn't understand that your insurance company, they don't have cover for flood. They're just winning hell.
So Toni, let's talk about that for a second, because in your 2 months, you ran across a lot of stuff.
Yes, it goes back to education, LaShonda. And I hate that I had my button on my sweater, but I am so passionate about our education platform. And you have to get educated in every aspect of your life. That's why the Sphere TV, they offer you so much. It's not on the financial side, but on every platform.
Front, yes.
Every platform. But if we don't start getting educated,
We're
hey,
in trouble. We're already in trouble. We're already in trouble. We're already in trouble. And so one thing that we cannot control is natural disasters.
You cannot
we have
control
no
it.
control over it.
And you know what you have to have? You have to have money.
You do.
You have to have money.
You do.
Let me tell you something. When they tell you to evacuate, where are you going to go without any money?
Exactly.
When your house is, turned upside down, where are you going to go if you don't have any money? What are you going to do? How are you going to repair it? I see this and I've seen it. And I'm saying it all goes back to the finances. The
Everything
bottom
does.
line is, do you have the money to get your life back in order? Do you have the money to replace the things that you've lost? Yes, if you have the proper insurance, let me say that. The proper insurance, then yes, you can get covered on certain things, but you still have the deductible.
Exactly. And the deductible, we talked about that here on the Sphere too. We had
Absolutely.
someone that came in and talked about claims, and they're like, the average deductible is like 20%. And so we're talking about, we looked at about $4,000 being an average deductible for a homeowner in Texas. We're not talking about the West Coast and East Coast, because homes cost more.
Yeah, you don't want to see some of the deductibles that I saw.
Well, tell us.
$18,000, $13,000, $10,000, and let me tell you
my
why.
gosh.
It's because you don't want to pay the premium, so you're going to opt to have a higher deductible.
Thinking that you will never use
That
your
you will
insurance
never
like
use
that.
it. But let me tell you something. It happens. And it happened multiple times this year. This was the year of multiple disasters. This is the year that you have to make a plan to get your house in order, to get your personal finances in order, because no matter what you do, it will be affected.
It will.
I wanted so bad to talk to people about this because I saw it. And I talked to lots of people, not just from Florida, but from my own home state, Texas. I talked to a lot of people in Texas. A lot of people who
You
were
guys,
they needed help.
you guys, you have to understand the principles with money, and finances is in the middle of every single thing.
Everything.
And so just because you pay a premium does not mean that you're not going to have to come out of pocket on insurances. We know that to be true for car insurance, we know that to be true for health insurance, and we know that to be true for homeowners insurance.
Absolutely.
So you have to have a stash of cash ready to go in the event of an emergency. And I've talked to several people, just someone last night that had a couple of luxury cars, stayed in some luxury townhomes, now completely lost all that stuff,
Right.
And so you have to replace it. And in a lot of situations too, the insurance does not completely 100% replace what you have.
Right.
And so it's so very, very important to sit down and have a personal financial strategy
Absolutely.
to rebuild your life. And like I said, I extended this challenge to myself. We're extending this challenge to you. Have a year's worth of emergency funds.
I
Especially
totally
if you
agree.
live on the Gulf Coast.
Right.
Or anywhere in the hurricane zone.
Absolutely.
Or a natural disaster zone. Which
Anywhere
would be
there's a
California.
natural
they're
disaster.
everywhere.
Right. They're everywhere.
Natural disasters, each zone of the United States has its own issues with natural disasters.
And the reason I brought that up is because I remember specifically talking to a lady, and you know what she said she was going to have to do is she was going to have to go into her 401k.
Wow. Well, I've just recently talked to someone and said I'm going to have to get a loan. I got to go in debt to get my house back livable.
Right.
And so it's really a sad situation, but you guys, listen. You do not have to do this thing alone. Sit down with us, have a plan, work the plan. And so, yes, it takes time to rebuild, but this time rebuild more solid and rebuild right.
Right.
Have a plan. Okay.
Have a plan.
So let's also now look at some other positive things that are happening. Social Security is getting an increase.
Yay.
Yes. Sonny's like, yay.
But then I saw this Social Security checks to get 2% bigger.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you guys, just 2%.
Right.
But we're broke as a country, so we don't have that much.
No comment.
Yeah. Well, speaking of FEMA, it increased our debt ceiling. The aid that was put in the funds for
Absolutely.
FEMA, it increased our debt ceiling. So, man, who you think's going to pay for that? We're going to be paying for that. We're going to be paying for that later.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So just in case you didn't know, who pays for the Social Security increase? We
We
pay
do.
for that.
We do.
Okay. So you guys, this is all on us. So let's look at what the article says about the 2% increase. Okay. So millions of Americans will get a boost to their Social Security checks next year. Okay. The government announced a whole 2% increase to Social Security benefits
But I'm
Friday
looking at
morning.
the second line. No. It says the average monthly check is estimated to increase to $1,404 in January, a whole whopping $27 increase.
To $1,377
Wow.
a month.
You need a plan.
You need a plan.
You need a plan.
Okay. So
And I would not include Social Security.
you cannot depend on Social Security.
Right.
Did you? Can we show that again, Gary Lee, please?
$27.
$27 increase.
So when people tell me they can't afford to do something, or you cannot
afford not to.
do.
Oh my gosh!
Right.
Look at this. This is like bam right in your face. It's telling you what the average is. 1404. Mind you, in 2037, they're only going to be able to pay 70% of the promised benefit.
Right.
So that you're going to get 70% of your 1404.
Of your 1,400.
Yes, 70%. And then you got to pay Medicare for Medicare out of that,
Which is going up.
which is also going up. That goes up every year. So that's going to come up.
Okay.
So good luck to you if this is your plan for retirement.
Right.
You're not going to make it. Alert. Yeah,
Right,
you're not
right.
going to make it. You need a plan. You cannot afford not to call us at 1-844-700-4463. Do we need to put that on a T-shirt?
We really do.
We really do.
We really do.
Okay, because You're not going to make it on Social Security. The three-legged stool on the Saving Your Future book talks about Social Security, pensions, and your personal savings. You can kick out the leg that talks about Social Security.
Right.
You can kick out the leg that talks about pensions because companies are not interested, Toni, in retiring you and taking care of you for the rest of your life.
Said,
that's your responsibility.
I'm going to pay you a healthy salary. It's going to be your responsibility.
Healthy.
Well, that's what they call it. Healthy.
I don't know about that.
But let me tell you something. Guess what?
But they say that's what they believe.
That's what they believe.
That's their belief.
And they said we're gonna pay you this salary.
You also must believe that too because you're not doing anything.
You're not doing
else.
anything. Hello. So yeah, I'm gonna say it. They're paying you a healthy salary, and you're really excited about it. You're not beating taxes and inflation, and you're still doing the same thing over and over again. I know we've sat here for over a year and we've expressed this to you
79 episodes
79 episodes
talking about
and disaster has hit you or your home, and if it hasn't, it's hit someone that you know. And the next time you may not be as lucky. So what are you going to do differently? What are you going to do differently?
That's a question.
That is it right there.
Let's ask that. Look us in the eyes. What are you going to do differently? The ball is in your court. You must take control of your future and not depend on our social system for retirement.
I like what you said. Your future.
Your future.
It's not my future.
This is not mine or Toni's.
It's yours.
This is yours. So no one has a more vested interest in your future, than you do. So you've got to take immediate action.
Right.
This is a call to immediate action. Please get in touch with us today. 1-844-700-4463. info@HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. LaShonda J at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
I'm Toni S at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. You can also reach us on all of our social media outlets, including Instagram, Twitter. We're on Meetup. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Facebook as the Houston Housewives of Finance official. If it doesn't say official, it's not us. So you know what? I just want people to MD.
Make a decision, please. Make a decision
to change your life, your family's lives, and be prepared. To me, I'm in the mode of preparation.
Absolutely.
What can I do? So in the event that something happens, because it's not if, it's when. When something happens. We've
been saying that for years.
It's just not a matter. Yes. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah. Harvey should give everybody a clear wake-up call. Not even what was it, Irma, and what was the other one?
Maria, Nate. My goodness, it was just so much going on.
Yeah, they wreaked havoc on us.
Right.
And if your financial house was not in order, it went down just like your physical house went down.
Absolutely.
So don't be caught up again. Get right, you guys. Do the right thing, okay? So now you need to also understand Social Security, and this is in the Saving Your Future book. So it talks clearly about, what Social Security is. Of course, first of all, Social Security is a supplement. Toni.
Supplement. I'm glad you said that.
It's not meant to be the be all to end all.
Right.
It's supposed to add to what you bring to the table.
Yeah. So what are you bringing to the table?
If you come to the table with the rice, Social Security don't necessarily have the beans.
They don't have the beans because they sure don't have the meat.
No.
They might have some breadcrumbs. But it's not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
We laugh about it, but it's a serious matter. It's a very serious matter. However you want to put your spin on it, you need to understand that Social Security is not enough.
Right.
And they are concerned. You can go check it out. We're speaking matter of fact, not matter of opinion.
Right.
So let's look at the Saving Your Future book about Social Security. Okay. Congress established the Social Security Act of 1935 to help supplement the income of retirees. Supplement. Okay. Unfortunately. Now, when a sentence starts out with
unfortunately, they know it's not hey, it is what it is.
When it starts out with unfortunately, that's when you be like, you need to listen.
Right.
Because it's not fortunate.
It's unfortunate. Yes, absolutely.
So, unfortunately, it says, okay, unfortunately, Social Security, which is SS, has become the only source of income for millions of Americans.
That's heartbreaking.
That's sad. Unfortunately. And so that's the reason why we are where we are.
Okay, put it right there because I want to come back to this, but I also want to come to the portion of our show which is sponsored by KOG and Company. I miss KO. Okay, are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at kogpassion.com. That's kogpassion.com. And use your code DOPE, D-O-P-E, exclamation, for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast. What's up, KG? Oh, man. I really enjoyed you all's interview. I saw that you were on the
I got
show.
to hang out with Gary
Yes.
Lee and KG. Man.
That dynamic.
I mean, you talking about energy.
Yes.
I mean, incredible. I had a
Yes.
wonderful time.
I always like seeing Gary on the mic.
Yes, because
Yes.
we get to see him on the boards all the
Yes,
time.
all
but
the
when
time,
he
but
actually is
yeah,
good behind here,
He's
behind the
very
mic.
good. Hey,
Yes.
he couldn't. Hey, the vision that he has, he had to have
He
it
had to
on
be-
both ends.
absolutely,
Yeah, so
absolutely.
shout out to KG
And Gary
so,
Lee.
and Gary Lee. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
Unleash your dopeness.
Yes. So unleash your dopeness on education, you guys. Get educated.
Yes.
You got to get educated, because look at this. Let me tell you, first of all, let's go back to the Saving Your Future book on page 75. It says Social Security is funded by current payroll taxes. Okay. Not just some generous people at the government. Okay. So that's your FICA, FICA. That's from you and your employer.
Okay, stop right there. For those who you don't work, employer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So if you don't work, so you really don't. You don't
That's what I
get
tell
nothing.
people.
You don't have
you don't
nothing.
have anything.
No, they don't just have money sitting out there for you just because you turn old. You contribute to this. Okay, go back to the to this page in the book. It says it is funded by you and your employer. Thus, the shrinking pool of workers per retiree will be a big challenge to the system. That's what we keep saying, you
Keep telling
guys.
you guys.
It's shrinking number of employees, those contributing to the pool. So
Let's talk
therefore,
about it. Let's tell them how many people have shrunk. Because
Okay.
this number is crazy.
okay, it used to be 40
40 to
when Social
1.
Security started. 40 to 1.
And today,
3 to 1. 3. That's 1, 2, and 3 to 1. 3. 1, 2, 3 to 1. A ratio of 3 to 1. And so we got a lot of life left to live.
Right.
What are we going to do?
right. And I think people just don't understand that. And I keep telling people, but they keep making the argument. I'm saying, look, people are taking out, but they're not putting back in. And if you continue to take out and nothing's going back in, there's not going to be anything left. So we are the working class of today. We are taking care of the people who are in retirement today. Who's going to take care of our retirement?
Please, millennials, please. We beg you. But people like Toni and I, we know that Social Security is not going to take
It's
care of
not
us.
gonna
So
take
we're
care
trying
of-
to make sure our leg of personal savings is strong,
And we're trying to help
We're trying to
you.
help you to do the same thing,
Right.
Because hey, listen, I just don't know what to say about this thing, this Social Security thing. Now look at this. Take a look at this chart. So Toni, can you see that?
Yes.
Can you read that?
It says the following chart lists the full retirement age by the year of the birth. Age to receive the full Social Security benefits. Okay, from 1943 to 1954, your full retirement age is 66. In 1955, your full age retirement is 66 and 2 months.
add 'em
Yeah, the 2 months. 1956 is 66 and 4 months. 1957 is 66 and 6 months. 1958, 66 and 8 months. 1959 is 66 and 10 months. 1960 and later,
67.
Yes, this is well. It said, it says, no, people were born on January 1st of any year should refer to the previous year. So that's just a note for you to know. But let me tell you something. Hey, 67.
Really? I'm not interested in that. That's not what I signed up for in life.
Right.
But hey, you get to call your own shot if you playing. Just
If.
saying. I'm just
If.
saying. If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. But let
I
me
like
say this.
that.
Yes. So don't be drunk. Do the right thing, you
Right.
guys. Take this information and really utilize it to make sure that you are strong in retirement, strong in healthcare,
Right.
strong in personal savings, strong in, emergency funds. You get a chance, sit down with Toni. Man, let her share with you some of the stories.
Oh, wow.
And I'm sure, it will shock you into reality. If you're not shocked into reality, then let life hit you.
Like life will
Because
hit you.
it's like we said, it's not a matter of
If.
it's
When.
when.
Right.
Okay. So when hard times come, and they will come, just be prepared.
Right.
Okay. If you have to deplete your emergency fund, it's okay. That's what it's there for. But then you need to rebuild it.
You have to rebuild it.
Okay. I personally am rebuilding mine.
Absolutely.
And I like I said, I want to have a year of, because you never know what can happen, what kind of devastation can hit you financially and knock you off your feet.
And that's the thing. Most people are not prepared. Not prepared.
Absolutely.
And if you're not on that year, at least get that first
3 months,
$1,000. They don't have anything right now, so
Yeah.
you got to build up $1,000. And how do you do that? You have to spend less to save more. You've got to get to that point where this is never going to happen to me again. If this happens, I'm going to be prepared the next time. But you always say that, but you have to become disciplined. You have to become consistent, and you have to be true to your word to say that this will never happen to my family again. The next time that this does occur, I'm going to be prepared.
Absolutely.
gonna
And
be
so let's go
prepared.
back to the Saving Your Future book and look at what else it has to say about Social Security, Toni.
It says the Social Security benefits will be taxed depending on their other incomes. Yes, ma'am. If you are still working on your salary, if you're earning interest in capital gains, if you're withdrawing from your retirement savings such as IRA, 401k, 403b, and other employer-sponsored programs, if you're earning gains from annuities and distributions. But
Okay.
you have to, because the Social Security is not enough.
It's not.
So you have to have some of those other vehicles to
Don't
have.
run from having
No.
other things because you're trying
Diversify.
to
Diversify.
You gotta have multiple streams of income coming to you from retirement. And how do you do that? You start planning right now.
Right.
You find out what your options are. So we've always talked about 70-30. Saving 30% of your income in your income producing years and graduating. I
Absolutely.
like when you talk about giving yourself a raise. When's the last time you've given yourself a raise? If you've been saving $50 a month for the last 15 years,
Right.
you need to give yourself a raise.
It's time.
You must pay yourself more. How do you do that? You've got to reduce your liabilities.
Absolutely.
Don't increase the people you owe. Increase the money you're paying yourself. Yes.
Hey, don't increase your lifestyle. Increase your savings.
Yes, and that's common. That's a common mistake that most people make is they see that $27 coming to them for Social Security.
And they find a way, they do. It's true. You find a way. I don't care what it is. People are like, I don't see it, but we really have more money than we think we have.
Yes.
You
the
really have
person that
more.
has a budget and actually has an allocation for their money has the most money.
Absolutely.
They're able to realize the most with their money because they actually know where it's going.
You know where it's
When
going.
you don't know where your money is going, then let the chips fall where they may.
Absolutely.
And they normally don't fall in the right places. They normally fall in places that they shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
And it's also swallowing up the ability for you to have funds for the things that you need and the things that are important.
Right.
Okay, so you guys, we don't want you to miss out. Don't miss the boat on financial freedom. Get on the boat, and when you get on the boat, what are you going to get? Education, lots of education. So it's not meant, this thing for building your financial future is not meant for you to just,
or
wallow in sorrows or whatever.
No.
It calls for you to be active.
Right,
You know,
right.
we're active spenders, but we're passive savers.
And now so more than ever, it's not about, and I'll be honest, prior to everything that's gone on this year, I was thinking, okay, we're preparing people for their futures. No, we're preparing you for right now,
Yes.
for life,
Yes.
for life.
I really like that because, yes, when it comes to planning it, everybody's looking towards the future, but
Future.
you've got to take care of today too.
Today, too.
And I mean, we've had enough things that happened to us recently for us to take heed to that,
Right.
Toni. So I love that you say, take care of today. You've
Right.
got to take care of today. We're not talking about live crazy because
No,
of today.
no.
We're talking about be prepared for today.
Absolutely.
You know,
Preparation.
every single day you have to make a decision about money. Are you making the right choices?
Are you making the right choices?
Yes.
Are you prepared for the unknown?
Yes. And so, you can reward yourself too when you do the right things. You can feel good about rewarding yourself.
You know what? We were at an event yesterday. Shout out to all the PV alumni. We were out there the morning after breakfast, and I was talking to the young ladies, and I was telling them, "Are you willing to do today what people aren't willing to do, so that you can do what they can't do later?" And she said, that's a good point, because I sit around and I see a lot of people, enjoying life and doing everything that they want to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But will you be able to continue with that lifestyle and do those things later on as well, too?
Absolutely. So that's when you really want to do it, when you retire.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so because
retirement,
exactly. Oh my gosh, you just took the words right out of my mouth.
It breaks my heart when I've seen, someone of age and they've worked 20, 30, 40 years, even 50 years, and they can't even retire with dignity.
It's sad because we work really hard. I mean, most of us, if you live here in America, I mean, it's,
we work
hard.
We work.
I mean, sometimes multiple jobs,
yes,
multiple gigs, multiple things we're
Absolutely.
doing. And so it's really sad that you cannot call a shot, first of all, when you sit down. And so, because retirement, let me just say this for a second. A lot of people have a misunderstanding of what retirement is. They think retirement is when I'm going to stop working. No, retirement means you start making decisions to do the things that you want to do.
Right.
And money is not a factor.
It's not a factor.
You're not doing it because you need the money. You work because you love it. You do the things that you love to do, and you're funded already through the efforts that you've put in your income producing years, in your early years.
Absolutely.
So make sure you don't get it twisted, because a lot of people do that. I know you have it when you sit down with someone and yes, when you want to retire, I'm never going to stop working.
Yeah.
You don't understand what retirement is.
Right.
You need to understand what retirement is. It's our responsibility individually to design our retirement.
Absolutely.
I was just saying the other day that we design a home. When we get ready to buy a new home, we get excited. We go into, the
planning process,
where you pick out your
all the
stuff
things,
and your floors, and I want this to look like this, and I like this in my bathroom, this carpet. We plan the home that we live in. Are you planning the home that you're going to retire in? Have you planned your retirement? You design the retirement of your future.
Right.
That's us. We do that. You do that. And so you need, just like you go into a home showcase place and they help you.
They help you pick out every little thing.
A financial professional helps you to design your financial future.
Right. Isn't that great?
It's an awesome
And you don't have
privilege.
to do it on your own. You have someone there to support you, because that's the biggest thing, is having that support there for you. If you don't know, then you must get with a financial professional, someone who can help you and design the lifestyle that you desire to live. Yeah, because your lifestyle may be different than LaShonda and I's and Gary and everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody's picture will be totally different. But what does it look like for you?
And you might not want to wait to 67, like Social Security Administration says.
Right.
And what do
we
you
have people, they retire at 40, 50.
Yes.
It depends on where you are.
Exactly.
Hey, remember the article that was done? The millennials did an article on fire. The young lady, she was 27 years old.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she retired.
She retired. I'm telling you guys, you better get it. You better get in gear and get your life on track to where you want to go. Because even if you did wait till 67, what are you waiting for? $1,400 a month? Don't be that person.
Right.
Yes. Don't carry #broke with you through your life. Okay.
Wow.
Change the hashtags that's behind your life. Okay. Financial independence, financial freedom, doing what I want to do, happy. I mean, you can name a bunch of them.
Absolutely.
But let not broke be one of them.
Right.
Okay. So, man, we've had an incredible show. I'm so glad to have Miss Toni back.
It's been an incredible journey. I'm so happy to be back. I have so many stories to share. I just want each and every one of you to reach out to LaShonda and I, because let me tell you something. If this year alone has not taught you that you must get prepared, that you must have a plan, I don't know what else will hit you. I don't know how you will get it, because this year for me has made a big difference. I really thought I was, on track and doing the right things, but this year has also shown me a lot of things too. That,
Me too.
Man, I've got to get a better
I gotta
plan.
step it up some
I
notches.
have to step it up some notches.
Not
Absolutely.
a notch, some notches.
Yeah.
because like you said, maybe you weren't affected in a certain type of way. But first of all of us were affected. If you're in a
Absolutely.
natural disaster area, emotionally, financially, because everybody had to go down for some days. I cannot tell you how many businesses are no longer in existence here in the
Wow.
Houston area. Shout out to the Greater Houston Black Chamber of Commerce, who is trying to help businesses get back on their feet. Over 60 businesses affected.
Wow.
Open today, gone tomorrow. So you just think about the city was underwater. So that's businesses that no longer exist.
Wow.
So if that's not you, then, hey, big shout out to you and congratulations. But hey, everybody some type of way was affected, and it should bring some thought-provoking
Absolutely.
things to your mind about your financial house.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I'm just glad we happen to be in an industry where we can help people to get on solid ground and build solid, upwards.
Yeah,
and, it's very exciting to
we
be
always
a part
talk
of
about that financial house, and that layer is that protection is our foundation, and you have to be protected. I mean, your car, your house, your life, the ones you love. I cannot tell you how important it's going to be for you to sit down and do a complimentary personal financial strategy this year. Do not wait for next year. Do it today. Give us a call, 1-844-700-4463. I tell you, it will change your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Make sure you reach out to us, make a decision, do it today so that we can assist you and help you in your journey. Okay. Whatever that journey looks like, we can help you. And we mentioned that our services are complimentary.
Yes.
So we've eliminated the excuses of I can't afford it. I don't, I can't. There's no such thing as I can't when we're helping you for free.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you guys, we will see you next week, same time, same place, right here at the Spirit Studios, new studios, Spirit
Yay.
TV. Right here on the Money Factor. So make sure you share this show. Please share this show. Go like us. Go write a review. Donate. And make sure that you continue to do something to help you get on track in your life. Okay? Give us a call. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.